Hello and welcome, dear crypto friends. So let us look what's happening today in the crypto market. And today is again not such a good day because we have dumps. Why do we have dumps? This is not nice, right? This is not good. We don't like that. But we look why this is happening, and I have here already opened a comparison chart between the Nasdaq and Bitcoin. And what a surprise, the Nasdaq is just brutally following Bitcoin most of the times. Now, not always, it's not a perfect overlay, but we can see that there's a very strong similarity. For example, as soon as the Nasdaq started going down here, Bitcoin was going down, but it's not always a perfect overlay because here the Nasdaq was going sideways and Bitcoin already started dumping. But here we had an uptrend, here Bitcoin also had an uptrend. Here the Nasdaq had an uptrend, Bitcoin had an uptrend, here there were dumps, here Bitcoin was dumping. So it's not always a perfect overlay, but unfortunately Bitcoin is following the Nasdaq more than we would like. And this is not nice, but that's just how it is. Bitcoin just follows the stock market. I don't like it, you don't like it, nobody likes it, but that's how it is. And the stock market is dumping today, right? Look at this here, it's dumping. So then, of course, here Bitcoin is also dumping. Now, the question is, will it make a new low? So let's look at the stock market. Let's make this one big here. The Nasdaq, let's make it big in the daily chart. I have also opened the RSI. And it is my belief that we will not see another low. And if we will see a low, if for the weird case that we do see a low, then I think it will just be a like super fast low and then we go upwards. Why? Because seriously, friends, we have like a super strong, I know you cannot hear it anymore, I just keep repeating it, bullish divergence. I love the bullish divergences. I mean, this is a powerful tool, okay? This is a very powerful tool. We have a brutally strong hidden bullish divergence in the one-day chart on the Nasdaq, and we have a high low on the RSI, and it is really strong. Like, look how strong this divergence is. The angle is really brutal. So this means there's a very strong bullish divergence, and I think the Nasdaq is just waiting for an opportunity to rebound, you know? And what could this opportunity be? Well, on the 15th, I think there's a Fed meeting where they will decide about the future rate hikes. And I think because of the situation in Ukraine, they will decide to not hike the interest rates, and then suddenly, boom, the stock market will go crazy. Because don't forget, many people expect lots of rate hikes this year. Some expect 7 or even 8 or 9 rate hikes. And then the Fed will say, oh no, we will not have so many rate hikes. And this is all priced in already. So what will we see? We will see huge pumps, of course, huge pumps. So let's go back to our Bitcoin chart, to our long-term trend channel. And I've told that we are doing a running flat correction here. So I think that because Bitcoin is following the stock market, it probably will not do another low here. Probably not, but I cannot be 100% sure. No one can. So it could be that we see a small spike down and then a pump. And this we would call an irregular or expanded flat, right? Where it makes a new low suddenly. It could happen, okay? It could happen. It's not excluded that we will make a new low now, even lower than the one here. It could go in an extreme case even down to this support line. So Bitcoin is just following the Nasdaq, and that's why I think that it might go down. It might go down a bit, and then it will start pumping, and then it will correct probably at some point again, and then we see just continuous pumps until the end of the year. This is also quite in line with our Dow Jones index that we have looked at quite a few times already. The Dow Jones is looking more and more as if it would want to absolutely repeat this 1929 scenario here. It's just too hilarious. It's like doing this thing here that it did in 1929, and then we get this last brutal pump as in 1929. And then let's just hope that we don't get a brutal world recession. But I mean, let's be realistic. We had now brutal COVID. We had then brutal war. So, hey, to top it off, how nice would it be to get a brutal really insanely brutal 3-year-long recession with like brutal social degradation and homelessness and like millions of unemployed people and hyperinflation. How cool would it be to top this shit line of shit years off, right? That's what we all are thinking. So the probability that this happens is of course then not so low, right? It's not so low. I wish it was low, but it's actually maybe not even so low. Yes. So wait a second. So last time I said, hey, tell me some alts that I will analyze, and people wrote a lot of suggestions. So let us start here with Dash. Let us have a look at Dash. Good old Dash. Dash was such a nice coin every time. It was such a beautiful coin. And now look at it. What has become of you, Dash? What has become of you? Why are you so weak? You were so strong once. You were supposed to bring balance to the force, you know? Dash was a top performing coin from 2014 to 2017. It was a top performing coin. Look at this. It was crazy how well it was performing, right? And now Dash is like super weak. It's not even able to reach the old all-time high from $1,616 that it made in December 2017. And now it's at $97. And the peak in May 2021 was at $458. That's like a quarter of its all-time high. So compared to that, even XRP looks more bullish, which is quite fascinating. So what is it doing? Like LTC and some other coins, it is ranging in such a structure here. It's a falling wedge structure. And this falling wedge structure is a bullish structure, which normally, like most of the time, breaks out to the upside. Sorry that it's so loud, but Yushan, she ordered some stuff and now she's unpacking it. So I'm sorry, but it's loud now in the background. You have to cope with it. I'm really sorry. So Dash is now doing this funny structure here. And I suppose it will do one more leg down and then it will go up because, as I said, this falling wedge structure is a bullish structure. Let's look at Dash BTC. So if we look at Dash BTC, it's also in a quite insane falling trend channel. It was in an insanely upwards channel from 2014 to 2017, and we were all thinking like Dash is the best coin ever. And then Dash becomes the worst coin ever. Don't ask me what exactly happened, but now it's in this falling trend channel since quite a while. And we have some trouble identifying a clear trend here. It's just falling, falling, falling. And I suspect at some point it will just not fall anymore and go completely crazy. But when that exactly will be, we cannot really know. We can just say, okay, there is some kind of divergence here. I mean, the price is staying constant here. It's not making a new low, or almost not. But the RSI is making quite strong higher lows. So this is a regular bullish divergence, not a hidden one. But this is like, could be a bullish divergence in the Dash BTC chart, right? Okay, on to the next coin, EOS. Okay, EOS is basically looking super similar to Dash. It's also doing this funny falling wedge structure. I have the impression that many altcoins are doing this falling wedge, which is of course interesting because falling wedge is, as we know, most of the times, like 80-90% of the time, a bullish structure, okay? A bullish structure. So with a very high likelihood, EOS will break out. EOS BTC, on the other hand, let's take a look at EOS BTC. I mean, wow, that is a fascinatingly weird looking chart. And here we again have probably some kind of falling wedge structure. So we have a double falling wedge, okay? We have EOS USD, a falling wedge, and EOS BTC, a falling wedge. And this double falling wedge is normally really, really bullish. On top, we have quite a strong divergence here. If we take a look at this here, like the prices are making new lows as compared to BTC, but the RSI on the other hand, I mean, the RSI is really insane. Look, it's making higher lows, like super strong. So EOS is looking pretty bullish in my opinion. Next on the list was Algorand. What the hell is Algorand? Man, these coins nowadays, I don't even know them anymore. I was once I knew all the coins, you know, in 2013, 2014 when I started. Oh, those were the good times. We had Peer Coin, we had Name Coin. You don't even know those coins anymore, you newbies. You here in this market since when? 2017, 2018. You don't even know those coins anymore. Man, those were the coins. Name Coin, Peer Coin, Quark Coin, Quark Coin, World Coin. Those were the funny coins. I had those coins, you know? I had those coins. I'm so experienced in this market. Okay. Joking aside, friends, I'm getting a bit weird here. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood today. So we have Algo USD. Okay, Algo USD looks like a good coin because it's not an old coin. So I have the impression the newer coins are pumping more. Why are they pumping more? Because people want the new stuff. Like, that's new, that's hype, that's good. New is good, old is bad. Old is mega out. The new stuff is awesome. I want the new stuff. The old stuff, I'm not interested in the old stuff. So what's happening? The new coins are pumping more, and Algorand seems to be a new coin. So it had its low in the COVID crash. It was super low at 0.097. Like, wow, this is like a bit below 10 US cents. So a bit below 10 cents, and then it pumped to an incredible 2.8. Wow, that is a factor of 28. That's not bad. That's not bad. And now it keeps falling, and we are thinking like, oh, it's falling, that's not looking good, that's looking very, very bad. The backholders of Algorand are already feeling the panic. It's like, oh no, but now it's nearing this support line here. Looks quite interesting to me, nearing a support line. However, the RSI is making new lows. So this is, of course, if this would hold now and would not go lower, this would be a hidden bullish divergence, right? This would be a hidden bullish divergence. Let's just look at Algo BTC. And what can we see here? Algo BTC. We can see that Algo BTC is doing weird stuff that I cannot interpret. Well, in the daily chart, we have some falling wedge-like structure, so there could be some kind of bounce coming soon. Divergence, like, do we have long-term divergence? Do we have a long-term divergence? I mean, we could say that maybe, yeah, okay, this here is like doing higher lows and the RSI is like almost, not really. Not really. I mean, not yet. Maybe soon, but not yet. It could be that there is some kind of hidden bullish divergence forming, but that would mean that we have to still go down quite a bit. So meaning probably here to somewhere in that area, and then we would have the formation of a hidden bullish divergence. But together with the Algo USD chart that looked very bullish, I would say this coin is not bad. Okay, it's not bad. Let's look at Pirate Coin. People said Pirate Coin. How do I even find Pirate Coin? I don't even know them anymore. What the hell is Pirate Coin? Pirate Coin. Are you kidding me? I have to look it up. Pirate Coin, Coin Market. Okay, Pirate Coin, Coin Market Cap. A pirate chain, pirate what? Guys, what the hell is that? ARRR. Pirate chain. Yeah, okay, it's the pirate chain. ARRR. What the hell is that? Guys, you are so funny with your fascinating coins. ARRR. ARRR. Okay, ARRR USDT. Okay, this coin seems to be quite new, and we don't have a lot of history. It just started in a downtrend. So it started trading when Bitcoin was in this not so nice time, now trending down. And because we know that all coins basically are the small children of Bitcoin, like Bitcoin is the father, and all the altcoins are like, what should we do? Father, please tell us what to do. We are so small and stupid. We don't know what to do on our own because we are so stupid small coins, you know? And then Bitcoin is like, okay, I will now rise. And then all the coins are like, wow, Bitcoin is rising. We will now also rise. And the Bitcoin is falling. And then all the coins are like, oh, Bitcoin is falling. Now we will also fall. We'll just do whatever Bitcoin is doing. You know, that's how altcoins are. So this coin is also following Bitcoin. And I don't see any interesting chart formation here. It's just too new to tell. I mean, this coin is super new. I also cannot really see very strong divergences of any kind. So I'm sorry, but this coin doesn't have enough data yet to be able to make some super awesome prediction. It doesn't have enough data to print a weekly RSI. No, it just doesn't have enough data yet. I cannot say much about this coin. The next one is Iota. Iota. Okay, so Iota. Let's take a look at Iota. Okay, so like LTC, you know, or other coins, Iota is doing some kind of wedge formation. Now it's not strictly a falling wedge, it's more like a bull flag. This is a different formation kind of compared to LTC or compared to Dash and so on. So this is like more like a bull flag, and it's having some fascinating wait, do we have it on? I want to load it somewhere else. I want to load it where there's more data. There's not enough data here on Binance. But what can I say? I don't know what happened to all the data. Oh, but there's a lot of data for Iota BTC. Look at this. There's a lot of data for Iota BTC, and this is looking interesting. I mean, it's doing some funny formation. It was in a long-term descending trend channel, and then suddenly it broke out of the trend channel, right? It broke out of the trend channel, and now it's doing something completely new. So that's what I like about alts. They can completely change their behavior. You think, okay, I have figured this coin out, and then bam, it just brutally changes its behavior. And now it's doing some funny, weird structure, which is also very hard to identify. But it could be some kind of falling wedge. It could be. It's not, with a bit of fantasy, it could be in some kind of falling wedge structure. So Iota BTC is looking pretty good, I would say, right? I mean, we're having this like bam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hopefully now it will break to the upside. Do we have divergences? Hard to say, but probably yes. If we take, I mean, the price chart is making lower lows, and the RSI is not really making such lower lows, but it's still, it's not enough to say that we have a strong hidden bullish divergence. So it's hard to say what this coin will be doing, but in the end, it will follow Bitcoin anyway. In the end, they are all following Bitcoin, you know, like the small, funny coins that they are. Look here. Now we have, so Iota USD, right? Iota USD, like many other coins, it didn't reach the all-time high, like XRP, like Dash, like many coins. They didn't reach the all-time high from 2017, late 2017, early 2018. So it reached the high of 2.5. The all-time high is at 6.7, around that ballpark. Do we have some interesting divergences? Yes, we could say it's doing here higher lows, right? It's doing higher lows and having some kind of bull flag structure. It's a bull flag. And at the same time, I could see the RSI is having a bit of a hidden bullish divergence. So we have lower lows in the RSI and we have higher lows in the price. So for me, Iota looks interesting, and we have a breakout sometime in the next few months, looking just at this chart here. to the upside probably, because I think Bitcoin will break out to the upside soon, because we said it's following the stock market. And I think the stock market will do this one last huge pump until the end of the year. And then we might get a brutal recession, because why not? Why not add another insane thing happening to this long list of shitty things that were happening in last years, right? Why not add another shitty thing? The next on the list was DGB. Someone wanted Digibyte. Someone said, please Sebastian, I want to know about Digibyte. What will Digibyte do? Because I'm interested in Digibyte because of the technology behind it. Because we are all here only because of the technology. I mean, that's clear, right? Let's be honest. So Digibyte is interesting because this coin is very old. It's very old, and it has a very good structure. I'm amazed now. I'm amazed. I see this and I think like, wow, Digibyte is actually one of the few coins. Like, look at this. It is in a long-term ascending channel. Like, not many coins have such a clear ascending structure. Like, look at this. This is quite fascinating. So Digibyte even made a small new high. It topped the high from 2017, late 2017, made a new high, and now it has fallen again. But it's also like so many other coins doing this falling wedge structure, where I think it might touch this support line. It might touch this long-term support line again. And then I think it will brutally break out to the upside, because I said Bitcoin is pumping and all coins like are just following Bitcoins, like the small children, like we're doing exactly what Bitcoin is doing. And Digibyte BTC is a very interesting chart, because here I could also identify that this coin is actually in a long-term fascinating ascending channel, right? So every time you see that it's making higher lows, it had its super low here in December 14, then in February 17 it went not so low anymore, and now it again even hit this line here, and it seems to be bouncing now. This is interesting, because we are just connecting these lines here. We are connecting the candle correctly. We should connect the candle close, the weekly candle closes. But of course, this is not an exact science, as you can see, so it's not always super perfect. But we can see that there's a line here, and there is indeed a reaction now of Digibyte. So we could see a pump, okay? We could see a pump in Digibyte happening quite soon. But of course, you know, coins, it could just also break down this line. It could now pump, then make a new low. And then everyone thinks, oh, this is so bad, it's making new lows, and then bam. Coins love doing that kind of stuff, like demoralizing people, because people pay too much attention to support lines and stuff. Support lines can get broken, and then the coin still pumps like crazy. A support line doesn't say anything. Friends, a support line is just a tool which tells you there could be a support here. But if the support is broken, it doesn't say anything. Okay, it can go lower, and then it can still pump like crazy afterwards. That's the nice thing about it. So the last coin on the list that people asked me to take a look at, or one person, in case you are watching, Eric, here I'm analyzing XLM, extra for you. So in case you are watching, okay, this is a very good one. Here on Coinbase, we have a very long XLM history. So XLM, from the looks of it, is basically almost doing what XRP was doing. It's very strongly following XRP. This looks like that almost looks like one-to-one the XRP chart. So it was pumping more than XRP. It almost reached the old all-time high at 0.93. It went as high as 0.8. So it was performing a bit better than XRP, which reached maybe 60% of the old all-time high, or 55% of the old all-time high. So it was performing better. And now, like so many other coins, it's also doing this funny long-term falling wedge structure, like so many other altcoins. I think this is like a standard thing that the altcoins are doing right now. It's quite fascinating. So do we see a brutal divergence? Do we see one? Yeah, I mean, we saw one here, if I may draw it. there's a strong one. Look, I mean, we have a super insanely different price here. It's much higher, the second low here, than the first one. Yet we can see that the RSI has fallen. So, but then again, now it bounced and it's falling even more. So that doesn't count anymore, because this divergence was saying that it will pump, which it already did. But now it's falling again. How low it will fall? Well, I think this is kind of given through this long-term falling wedge. And it will just bounce around, maybe one more time. And then, like many other coins, it will just break to the upside and reach insane price levels. Now, as for the targets, if you are asking me like, yes, that's fine, Sebastian, but how high will the coin go? Well, the usual rule is that we just take the full Fibonacci extensions to get the highest possible price targets. So for XLM, we are talking $16, $16.4 as the highest possible price. We have to keep in mind that in 2017, XLM went even higher than the full Fibonacci extension. Look at this. Look how high it went. It went way beyond the full Fibonacci extension. So I would even have to make to create more Fibonacci levels here, because it just doesn't fit anymore. So, but I think the price increases this time will not be so high anymore, because the market is getting bigger, and then of course we cannot have these huge price increases anymore that we had in 2017, because the bigger the coins get, the more money you need to pump them even more. So this is the law of diminishing returns. We cannot always have like all the time such insane price increases anymore. Only the newer, smaller market cap coins, they can have the same price increases that the old ones had 5 years ago or something. But we cannot have the same price increases anymore. I highly doubt that XLM, for example, will now have like this huge pump where it basically, look at this, it rose by 64,000%. So a factor of 643. It rose a factor of 643. If it was to repeat that and rise 643, it would go like to, I don't know, $100 or something. So this is crazy. I don't think this will happen. So this is the reason why I think that this full Fibonacci extension is more than enough. Like this is like the absolute best case that this coin can reach, and the same for every altcoin, you know. So let's just, for example, look at Dash again. Right, we look at Dash, and okay, we say here we take the full Fibonacci extension, and then in the best case Dash can go to 28,500, but we just don't know if that can happen anymore, right? We just don't know. So a more conservative target for Dash would be the regular Fibonacci extension, so that it goes to 6,751, right? It can go, I think that's realistic, 6,751 to the full Fibo extension. That is kind of realistic, like at some point later this year. But to the full Fibo extension, at 28,000, I think that's more unlikely, okay? I think that's more unlikely. But who knows? We can all be surprised. So then, friends, I was extremely friendly again, because that's how I am to you, dear viewers. I'm really a friendly person who takes the time. I even wrote down your requests on paper, and I take the time and analyze these things here in front of this computer. I could play PC games, I could play guitar, I could, you know, but no, I'm sitting here talking about coins extra for you, dear viewers. I hope you appreciate it. If you want to show me your appreciation, I would be glad if you would subscribe to this channel, and to let me know what other coins you want me to analyze for the future. And yeah, that's basically it for today. I cannot think of more stuff to say. I'm running out of ideas here, so I think I will just end the video now. Thanks for watching, friends, and see you next time.